So, Cursed Bank origin story and a windstorm. What is not to love? We're gonna cook a little bit. Try to anyway, if Mother Nature will let me. But windy is a real pain in my butt, if you can't tell. Anyway, we'll get the rods out first and then we'll talk. This right here is terrifying. I bought this yesterday morning. It's been in the bed of my truck ever since. And it's a little green shit. This is gonna be bad, but either way. Surprisingly not. Okay. So we can use that. If that was green and rotten and everything else, I wouldn't even humor it. All right, so even though this is a podcast episode, we are going to try and make this as much of a hybrid as we can. Maybe it won't be a podcast episode. I need to make one though. Today's Sunday, so 5-ounce coin sinker. We'll do a 4-ounce on the other one. It always cracks me up whenever I fish here that you get all these professionals. Well, you're fishing under the bridge and I know you ain't catching nothing. Who cares, dude? I'm out having fun. But I appreciate that you took enough time out of your day to try to hurt my feelings, because I'm gonna tell you right now, you haters are your biggest fans. And if you ain't got people hating on you, then you ain't doing something right, and that's a sad reality. All right, so we're gonna trim. And you guys have been watching, you've seen me do this 1,000 times. This is my fishing twine trick. You just get you some sewing twine from dollar store, Walmart, or wherever. And it's always cheap, and one spool typically lasts you a long time. You'll more than likely lose the spool before you'll run out. You don't tie this, you just pinch it at the top, and you start to wrap it. Once it gets tension, don't go like super tight. You're not trying to cut the chicken liver. We're just using this to hold it on the hook. And that's it right there. So there's one. I got 2 other rods I gotta tie leaders and stuff on, but we'll start with 2 for right now. And depending on how I feel after I get the 2 out, we'll determine if we put 2 more out. And I normally don't fish. I really hope this mic is good and that you don't just hear from the wind the whole time. We're fixing to find out. I normally don't fish this side. I normally fish over there, but we're gonna try something a little different today. I am gonna try and put this as close to that pylon as I can get it without walking in the mud. I mean, you couldn't ask for anything better. Smack dab right in front of it. Now, am I gonna get this back? Probably not, but if there's a fish over there, I'll take that bet. Now, unfortunately, I couldn't drive these super deep, so I'm gonna have to put them at an angle, which I prefer. I prefer them straight up and down. I'm just gonna yeet straight out into the channel. Now I still got 2 more to set up, but I gotta tie a leader and everything for them. Or do I? I forgot I got my box for other things pre-tied in the truck. So that works out beautifully. So now the only thing I gotta do for these, put a sinker slide on and a swivel on. You know, I'm gonna let y'all in on a little secret. if you talk to any fisherman, whether they are on bank, boat, kayak, anything, we can deal with the rain, we can deal with flooded waters, we can deal with snow, we can deal with the cold, we can deal with the hot. We can't deal with the wind. The wind is the #1 enemy of anybody trying to fish. It's also the #1 enemy of anybody trying to film. Let me open up my box of pre-tides here. If Wendy will let it stay open, that would be swell. Because I'm pretty sure I still got to tie my own swivel, because I don't believe in tying the swivel on. Yeah, I got to tie swivel. There's absolutely nothing wrong with the regular barrel swivel. And just to prove my point, I'm going to put it on this one. But I prefer the chain swivels. And it's just, they're a lot less likely to get tangled up. They're a lot more versatile. And anybody who's asking like what the knot I use to attach my swivel to my leader and vice versa, it's Palmer knot. I've got a video on here, and I'll link it in the description, that shows you how to tie that knot. It's one of the easiest knots to tie. And just like with snail knot, there's all kinds of, I think there's a total of 4 or 5 different variants of snail knot you can tie. All my pre-tides are all quick snail, and there are people that hate on quick snail. I've never had a quick snail fail me. Not saying that they won't or they can't, but I mean, I've never had an issue with it. Hey, you know what? Screw it. We'll go ahead and throw a Santee on there. We'll be able to tell real quickly if that's what's happening, because if you got river slaw all over your line, your rod will just slowly start to load up from the pure amount of garbage. Now, these are chain swivel, and I get mine from my friends Charlie and Julie over at Giant Tamer. I also almost didn't put sinker slide on, that would have been bad, but I get mine from gianttamer.com. Yeah, they got really good prices, and I love Charlie and Julie, man, they're great people. So I'll support them any way I can. Chain swivel, and give me one of these small floats. I don't want a big one. Fun fact, that's also where the floats come from, is Giant Tamer. If only I could tame this wind to go on somewhere. My personal preference, like whenever I'm just running a regular, this is the closest thing to urban fishing you'll probably ever see from me. And if there's one thing I love, it's the guys that are overcompensating with their loud exhausts. I can't say too much. I was one of those guys many years ago. And I wasn't originally gonna fish here because I'll be blunt, I haven't caught anything here in quite some time, but my other 2 spots were taken and I'm running out of time. I gotta pack, get ready to hit the road again, work. Never stops, man. Not this time of year anyway. You get 2 days to film, recover, and do everything you gotta do. And that's including visiting with family and everything like that. But again, I do enjoy what I do, so you'll never really hear me complain. I got a big reveal for you guys this summer. I won't say anything else about it, because if I'm not careful, I'll tell on myself. But you'll see this summer. I got something big coming. Also, a big shout out to my buddy Gary. I hadn't seen Gary in a year. Last time I saw him was when I was helping my buddy Kurt trade a kayak for an extreme bait tank, or vice versa. Gary gave me a whole box of rags, man. Super helpful. Okay, all the rods are out. We'll wash my hands and then we'll start trying to cook. For cooking, I opened up the wrong drawer. If this wind lets me cook, I will be thoroughly impressed. Might be the fattest thing I've ever done in my life, but I didn't have anything else, so kind of work with what's available to you. Oh man, thumb went right in that. Well, no sense in backing out now. Today's food's pretty simple. We're just gonna make a scrambled egg sandwich. But I like scrambled eggs, so. That was a terrible crack. One hand, come on. Oh my God. Everything is blowing everywhere and it's very difficult to do what I'm trying to do. Wendy's trying to blow the cooker out. Also, I failed to remember we're at an angle. So this needs to be up just a hair. All right, Mr. Egg, you got a very important job today. Not perfect, not bad. Look at this, this whole egg just fell into the grease trap. Also, at this point, I really don't care if there's shells in it or not. Little crunch never killed nobody. I've also never cooked on a griddle before. Now it's probably a good time to mention that, right? So I don't know if eggs is like a good thing to try to cook on a griddle, but we're gonna learn together. And Wendy just is not letting up, brother. She is on one today. She said, you think you're gonna come out here and make some content before you head out of town? You are sadly mistaken. What a joke, man. Oh, hey, y'all, look at this. Hold on. Looky here, I swear I just saw that rod going down. Hold on a minute. On the Santee rig, no less. You on there? You don't feel on there. I told y'all, if I start messing with food or phones or anything, man, rods start getting hit. Rods start to get hit when you're not paying attention. I'm just gonna reel this one in. If there's bait still on it, I'll cast it back out. The Santee rig, no less, man. Still got bait on it, so I'm just gonna send her right back out, because I'm getting ready to eat. All right, get off. Bread. Bro, can't win with Wendy, man. Can't win with Wendy. Little pepper jack, cheese action. Who don't love pepper jack? All right, so we got some franks and we got some salsa. Do I dare attempt the salsa? I think I do. Just a little bit. There we go. Definitely more than a little bit on that second one. And of course, as soon as I could turn the cooker off, the wind stopped. Listen, I'm aware I'm fat. Okay, now I don't need regular pop, I don't need regular energy drinks, anything with sugar in it, but every now and again, them glass Cokes from Mexico just hit different, man. They just hit different. You always got a bottle opener. It ain't no 5-star dining, but I'll tell you what, it's right up my alley. It's simple, it tastes good, and it works. Why would you not? I mean, he had that rod bent too. I don't know if the camera can see it. Over at the plant, well, it's not a plant, it's a dock, coal dock. A black cloud from all the coal dust blowing up. Now that's done, come here, it's story time. Whoop. No, you don't. And as you can tell by Wendy here, I think that's gonna do it for this episode today, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. Stay bench, y'all. We'll see you on the next one.